Do you want to get over 15,000 trophies in Brawl Stars? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you my tips on how I got over 15,000 trophies. Let's get right into the video. Hey, what's going on guys, Dragon Dog here. Welcome back to another Brawl Stars video. So wow, it has been a little bit since I posted my last video. I think 2.5, almost 3 weeks now since my last video push. But I do have some explaining to do. And real quick before that, while I was gone for the past 3 weeks, we've grown to over 300 subscribers. And it's just insane. Even though I haven't been posting, you guys have been showing so much support. And thank you so much for that. So anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be giving my explanation of why I was gone. And along with that, I'm going to give you my tips on how to hit over 15,000 trophies in Brawl Stars. So right after I posted my last video, which I believe was the Robo Rumble exploit video, I decided to go on a preseason push, which is basically you try to get all your brawlers to at least 600 trophies. So then later, you can push them up easily to 600 or 700 trophies the next season. So the original plan was to do this and then do the real push, but then the preseason push ended up turning into the real push. So with the real push, I ended up going up to 15.1 thousand trophies, which is just insane. I didn't have a lot of time to push and record videos on top of that because I also had school while all this was happening. So unfortunately, I kind of took an unannounced break from YouTube. So now that I stopped trophy pushing and I hit my new personal best, I'm going to try and make a little bit more YouTube videos now. So that's going to be coming in the future. We're going to have Carl coming out this week, and we're going to have a little bit more content in the future, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's start getting into the tips to get 15,000 trophies in Brawl Stars. So my first tip to get 15,000 trophies in Brawl Stars is to do a preseason push. So I believe right now the minimum reset you can get down to is 11.5k trophies. If you're going for a milestone like 15,000 trophies, you have to push 3.5k in 2 weeks, which is doable, but you could make it easier on yourself by pushing up little bits at a time. So each season, try to hit a new personal best every time. You don't need to go crazy hard, you just have to get a new personal best every time. So when the season reset happens, you'll be a little bit higher each time, to eventually where you're at the point where it's easy to hit 15,000 trophies during that season. Just a little bonus tip on top of everything, the best game mode to push trophies and what made it doable for me to get 15,000 trophies in one season was Siege. Siege is such a good game mode because it gives you double the trophies. If you have a good team, you could get double the trophies per game, which saves you time in matchmaking, and it just speeds up the process so much more. However, you have to make sure you have good teammates, because if you don't have good teammates, you lose double the trophies. So that's something to be aware of too. So my second tip to get 15,000 trophies is to know when to stop playing. What I mean by this is, let's say you're playing, but you keep losing, loss after loss after loss. This is called tilting. So when you tilt, you don't want to keep playing the game because you'll just keep losing more and more trophies, and that ruins the progress to get to 15,000 trophies. When you keep losing and you just feel like you can't win a game, either because you're not playing well or your teammates aren't playing well, just stop playing for a few hours and then come back to it later. This way you can take a break from the game, get your mind off of it, and then you'll come back with a mindset to push more trophies later. This happens to almost everyone when they're trophy pushing because they're just playing the game so much, and then eventually they kind of just burn out and they need that little break or rest period to get their mind off of it and then get back into it later. I definitely had a day where I just kept tilting and tilting, and the hardest thing to do is walk away from the game because you just want to win back those trophies you lost, but that could result in making you lose even more trophies. So it's better just to take a little break and then come back to it later. So my third tip to get 15,000 trophies is to find a team you play really well with and you can play consistently with. So when I was pushing to 15,000 trophies, I played with Jeff and Kennedy a lot, and they were on every single night during my trophy push. So this made it really easy for me to push up trophies because I always have a team at the same time every night. They're both really skilled players, and Jeff actually has a YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description, you guys should go check it out. And Kennedy also has a Twitter, and I'll leave the link in the description for that. You guys should definitely check both of them out. So my final tip to get 15,000 trophies in Brawl Stars is to push your hardest brawlers first. So what I mean by that is whichever brawlers you feel the most uncomfortable using, or you feel like you're just not as skilled as with, you should push those brawlers first, whether it's the tanks or the support or the gem carriers, whichever ones they are, you should push those first, because then later in the season it'll make it easier to push the brawlers you have left that you're more skilled with. Anyways, those are my tips on how to get 15,000 trophies in Brawl Stars. So the gameplay you're seeing right here is the final win right before I get 15,000 trophies. So as you can see here, we pretty much know we won because I'm spinning over here, I'm shooting the wall, BMing a little bit because I'm so happy I finally hit this huge milestone. Only 2 more seconds and there it is, guys, match over. We have officially hit 15,000 trophies in this clip. As you can see right here, there it is, the trophies are going right up, and that's 15,002 trophies. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope these tips help you to get 15,000 trophies in Brawl Stars. And other than that, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. What I was saying could be us. Could be us.